The Truth About Cups by Ginny. Sometimes you have to stop chasing people just to see who notices, who comes back for you, and who keeps moving without ever realizing you're gone. What you may not have noticed is that we're living through a season of separation, not the rapture some were led to believe in, but a quiet shift, a separation of frequencies. Everyone is tuning into their own resonance now, and not all of them will match yours. That's not always comfortable, but it's often necessary if peace is your goal, because peace doesn't chase, it aligns. Welcome others in, sure, but don't expect them to be happy inside your space, especially if you've not provided space for them. We have to let go of the need to control how people show up. Just let them be, so you can see who they truly are and how they really move. Not to change them, but to understand where they belong in your life and whether they support the frequency you're trying to hold. Just one wrong person is all it takes to throw everything off, like driving 75 on the freeway with one flat tire. Sometimes we love people in spite of who they are, and that's also okay, because there are no coincidences. Maybe they're a mirror for you. Maybe you're the mirror for them. I've learned to just observe, not in a gotcha kind of way, but in an I got me kind of way, because the only way you can hurt me is if you blindside me. My point is, everyone who doesn't show up like me isn't necessarily showing up wrong. I try to keep it simple when I attempt to explain my perspective to people. Basically, if my cup holds 1 gallon, but your cup holds, say, only 1 cup, and you handed me your whole cup, it has to be enough. In this sense, did we not both give an equal measure, the value of which is everything we had to offer? I have to believe I am given the full measure of what's meant for me, what's mine, and that alone is something to be grateful for. We often hear phrases like, "My cup runneth over," or "You can't pour from an empty cup." But what we don't always consider is that not all cups are the same size. Some people are carrying teacups, delicate, small, easy to spill. Others have seemingly bottomless pitchers, always overflowing, generously pouring into the cups that share space with them. But in a world run by forces so far removed from love, it's a miracle that love still exists at all. That miracle, the capacity to love at all, is Christ. That is the power of the gods. So, when someone gives you what they have, even if it doesn't fill your cup, consider the possibility that it may have emptied theirs. And that has to be enough. It seems like a lot of us are losing people from our lives. Foundational parts, integral pieces of our framework. And when I think about it, I always think of Jesus. Jesus had to leave his people, his family, his hometown, just to be seen and heard. It's not always about the people, really. It's more about energetic spaces where people have already decided who you are, where they're so sure they know you, they leave no room for who you're becoming, and they'll stifle growth. So we walk, not in anger, but in truth. We step into the unknown in hopes of finally discovering who we really are. We've been doing it wrong, you know? Everything begins with you truthfully. How you see yourself, not how others see you. You have to pour into yourself first. Speak life into yourself first. And Jesus gave us the tool. Over 300 of them actually, but most notably in Exodus. God said unto Moses, "Thus shalt thou say, I am, hath sent me unto you." I am precedes us, always. I am seeking myself. I am perfecting myself. And here's the tough one. Unless you are part of my creation, it's not my job to perfect you. It's my job to protect what I am creating. I am shaping my world from the inside out, without the framework provided at birth and outside of energetic zones that have long been uncomfortable. I once read an article about the odds of being born. The sheer number of ancestors it took just to bring me into this moment, into this breath, into this body. It's overwhelming. Let's do the math. You have 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents. And so it goes. Going back just 20 generations, that's around 500 years, you'd have over 1 million direct ancestors. Yes, more than 1 million people had to survive plagues, wars, childbirth, famine, natural disasters, and all of life's unknowns, just so you could be here. And that's only going back a few centuries. Your lineage stretches back tens of thousands of years, an unbroken line of survival. That's legacy in motion. That is the miracle of you. So be the best you that you can be. Honor yourself first, and honor others right where they are on their journey. And remember, Jesus led by example, not force. And he was never angered by individuals. He reserved his anger for corrupt systems, and that is righteous anger.